My name is Bhubisha Chodankar Singh, and I took the 4-day immersion with Austen. My leg count increased by 15% during this immersion. So I'm international to the US, and I had no clue how most of the things worked here, especially like talking to girls. I had severe approach anxiety, and that was holding me back the most. And I was just stuck not knowing how to get better in game overall. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. They did not help me much. I did not have anyone to give me feedback on what I did wrong and like what I did right. And that was frustrating a lot. What I had learned here at the immersion would have taken like 2 years if I had to learn all of those by myself, or even longer. It felt amazing. It was like I was building this alter ego of myself who is fun, charismatic, very social, and like it was just awesome. They say feedback is the breakfast of champions, and I received a lot of useful and meaningful feedback that I could use to work on in the future, and thanks Austen. So this one time during day game, Austen pushed me to do this very high pressure approach. I approached this girl who was with like 2 other guys and 3 other girlfriends. It was at this bar, very high pressure. If I had been by myself, I know for a fact that I would have never done it, probably like ever in my life. Austen pushed me to do it, and it turned out to be one of the funniest interactions of that day game session, and I'm really glad I did that. Other achievements, rejections don't bother me anymore. I just say have a nice day and just leave, and like I don't feel affected by those. Another thing, I was a little insecure about my race. Austen helped me switch it around. Like now I see myself as exotic and international rather than some creepy Indian guy, and that has made me switch from this path of being the value sucking guy towards the path of like giving value to others and just having fun. Also, my leg count increased by 15% during this immersion. So we started the night game like 2 blocks away from Austen's home here. We approached this group of girls who were very DTF. Austen figured the logistics through his great wingmanship. Like we pulled them to the apartment, we took them to the rooftop, and then I learned seating and even pulling. Though Austen helped a lot, I saw what was in action and what I need to do if I'm doing it by myself. Yeah, and then we ended up going to the girls' Airbnb, which was by this beach. At the middle of the night, we took a dip in the ocean, and there was moonlight and like the white sand. It was just an amazing experience overall. And as a cherry on the top, we closed the deal. It was awesome. The constant motivation and like their feedback, I feel like those are the only 2 things that you actually need to improve, like great feedback and the push that you wouldn't have otherwise. Thanks to Colin Austen, I did some things that I would never have done if I'm approaching by myself. Before coming to my second immersion, I watched the day game footage from the first. I tried to understand the mistakes I was making. Austen quickly saw that I was being too excited while approaching, and then I was approaching from behind. So there are these tiny things that you wouldn't know unless you actually film the day game session. Those tiny things, they compound, and then in the end, it makes a big difference, and you get better exponentially faster after analyzing the footage. Apart from gaming, we got tons of cool pictures for the Instagram and online game. The drills, the warm-ups, and everything else we did during the immersion were very useful, and you could actually apply those to other areas of your life as well. Any social event. To me personally, this immersion was more than game itself. It will help me improve my social skills. I have a lot to work on after this immersion, but I'm sure if I take action on what I learned here, I see myself succeeding in dating, social life, and much more. I 100% recommend this immersion. To me, this is one of the best investments. Though the return on investment is not quantifiable, I know it's going to be tremendous. It has positive effects in more ways than you could think of. Also, remember, if you hesitate, you masturbate. Take the immersion and become a product of your decisions and not your circumstances. Take the immersion. Do it right now.